And then on the playoff game to the quarterfinal, lost against Greece 22-9. And for the 9-12 place, they lost against Romania by only a goal, 11-10. While the Dutch team in the group stage won against Germany. They started the tournament really well, winning against the Germans by 7 goals, 13-6. Then they had a very good game against Spain, losing again against them only by 1 goal, 11-10. And then in the end of the group stage, a draw against Romania, 12-12. And then in the playoff game to the quarterfinal, they lost against Georgia, 12-8. And then 2 days ago, they lost against Serbia, 12-11. So this means that the two teams will play for the 11th place here in the Spaladium Arena in Split. Israel is wearing the white cap and the Netherlands wearing the blue one. And the first swim off, won by the Dutch team easily. The captain, Pascal Janssen. Hoppan. Nispeling. Great pass to the center forward. There would be a chance for the Dutch. The center forward made the turnover fall. Jon Finkenhorst was there. So now Israel has the chance to score the first goal of the game. Tamir Fried. Israel is playing in their first ever European Championships. They already have their first win during the tournament. 3 seconds now on the shot clock, and the shot came from Tamir Fried. So far, he scored 4 goals during the tournament. The best goal scorer is Ronen Gross for Israel with 13 goals, and actually he is inside the top 5 during the whole tournament. And here's the first goal, and the goal scorer is Jesse Nispeling. He scored only 1 goal so far. Now this is his second. Nice clip shot, and maybe Israelis were, not just maybe, but they were really unlucky as the ball went in from the back of the goalie's back. Goldschmidt, captain of the Israeli team. He was the hero on that match against Slovenia when they won by 4 goals during the group stage. And the first shot from Ronen Gross is far the best goal scorer in the Israeli team. Scored 13 times. The second top scorer was Haimovic and Goldschmidt with 5 goals. Terile, great pass to the center forward position, and one more time a goal for the Netherlands. Yeah, Fide was unable to save the shot of Finkenhorst. This is the 8th goal for Jon Finkenhorst during the tournament. The top scorer for the Dutch team so far, Lucas Gielen with 9 goals.
Number 3, Jon Finkenhorst.
Fried. Schlein. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock now for Israel. Fried and Schlein just passing. No chance to shoot. Goldschmidt now with the ball. And they are just passing the ball away, going back to defense. That Huismans is the Dutch goalie in this match for the Dutch team. Hopman. Exclusion, the first exclusion of the game from Israel. And the hit of Kopman on the post, and the rebound went back to the Netherlands. Jansen. Jansen again. Then the shot from Terile hits the crossbar. No goal for the first man up for the Netherlands. Fried. Yes, this is the first ever European Championship for the Israeli team. No goal for Israel. So, as this is the first ever European Championship for Israel, of course, the two teams have never met each other, but they met in the qualification when Netherlands won 10-4 in Netanya. But both teams qualified to here. Israel would have the ball still. Or maybe not anymore, and the referee will decide to give a goal for Israel. Seems like. Let's see what will be the final decision of the referee. As we remember, it was an exclusion from the Netherlands, and then Israel scored quickly. And although there was a sign from the jury, the goal stands in. So Goldschmidt is the first goal scorer for Israel today. Israel 1, the Netherlands 2. Again, exclusion from Israel. Second man advantage for the Dutch. Van Iperen, Jansen. To the right wing again, 5 seconds on the shot clock. And from the left post, the shot came from Fingerhorst. This time, Yahav Fires saves the shot, the first save for the Israeli goalie. And there is the goal for Israel, scored by Goldschmidt. Klarfeld. Only a free throw. Gross. Klarfeld. Fried. Only 5 seconds on the shot clock for Israel, and one more time they have no chance to finish the attack with a goal. Great save. Yeah, Fida. "25 years old. He had a good tournament. Van Huys. Gielan. Back to Gielan. And he scores. The top goal scorer for the Netherlands here in Split. Already his 10th goal now, and the first today. Lukas Gielan was playing for Germany in the past few years after changing citizenship, but now He is back to the Netherlands, and he's one of the best players for the Dutch team. Is the Brazilian head coach, Tag Rodman. Although the Israeli team never appeared in the European Championships until this, they had 3 appearances in the World Championship in 1973, 78 and 86. Turnover foul. There can be a shooting chance for the Dutch, and there it is. One more pass to the other side in the middle, a clear man, and what a miss made by Pascal Janssen. The Dutch team really played well this situation, this 3 against 2. But then Pascal Janssen wasted it. Gross. First exclusion from the Netherlands. Lucas Gielen. No, sorry, second one, as they scored so quickly, and after that there was a discussion between the jury and the ref. Kolodny hits the post, and the rebound goes to the Dutch team. Pascal Janssen collected the ball. Here's the shot, and the crossbar saved it. Kastrop. And who is? Great goal scored by the captain, Pascal Janssen, his first. 41 to the Netherlands. Seventh goal in the tournament for Pascal Janssen. Ivica Tucak said about the Dutch team, the Croatian head coach, before the tournament, that he saw the Netherlands as a possible surprise, and actually during the group stage they really made a surprise, winning so easily against Germany, then a draw against Romania, and they were so close to win a point against Spain as well. But then against Georgia they really played badly. And that's why they couldn't reach the quarterfinals. Goldschmidt. Maybe this is something that the Dutch team sometimes. Gross shot on the crossbar, and Israel have the ball back. So back to the Dutch. This is maybe something like against Georgia in the playoff to quarterfinal game that they must get used if they are sometimes the favorite of a match, and they didn't have that experience in a game like that so far, how to handle it. Klaarveld. He got a big hit from Van Iperen. Gross, Haimovic, Gross again. They still have 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gross, oh, what an awful pass. And Israel is losing the ball again. Netherlands is leading by 3 goals, and the first quarter's last minute just started. Van Huys. And an awful pass. And Israel steals the ball by Ivo Goldschmidt. And actually, it's never easy to start early in the morning. It's okay, it's not 9 a.m. anymore, as the men's tournaments matches used to start here in Split, but the game started at 10 a.m. But it's pretty unusual to play a water polo game at this time. But during this tournament, all the teams, mainly for the boys, must handle these morning sessions. Hoffman, and the great save made by the Israeli goalie Yafire. Also a shot, and Ted Huismans was able to catch it. And after the first quarter, the Netherlands 4, Israel 1. The first ever European Championship was for the Dutch team 2.5 years ago in Budapest, when they finished on the penultimate place, 15th place for them. They were able to beat only Malta for the 15th place. And this is a better tournament for them, of course. But if you look at that, they are a former European champions in 1950 in Vienna, and also a silver medalist team in 1938 in London. Comparing to these, and looking at the last and past some European championship, where they were always outside of the top 10, or maybe 10th places, like last time in Barcelona. And after that, followed by the 15th place in Budapest. So this is not a nice result. The last time when they were inside the top 10, it was in 1997 in Seville, when they finished 9th. Already there 28 appearances in the European Championship. And before the Euro started, they had 2 preparation tournaments. They played in the Samarcidis Cup, where they were behind Montenegro and Greece and ahead of Germany. And also they played in Hungary, in Margaret Island, in the Bennu Cup. Oh, here are some Israeli ladies from the women's team. They are just having such a great tournament. So the Dutch team played in Hungary, in a Bennu Cup, and they finished 2nd behind Hungary and ahead of France and Japan. So it seemed like that they can have really a good tournament. After the group stage, of course, we thought that they will be the favorite against Georgia, but in the end they lost by 4 goals. And then they lost against Serbia by 1 in a dramatic game. The Dutch team won the swim-off for the 2nd time. And actually both teams lost, of course, that semi-final match against Romania and Serbia on the penalty shootout. Pretty dramatic games they were 2 days ago. Schlein, the first goal scorer for the Israeli team. He scored the first and historical goal for Israel at the European Championships against Serbia in the group stage. And they lost by 15 goals. But they were so happy to score 3 times. Van Huys. One-timer, and the crossbar saved it. Fleming Kastrop, 20 years old, from Utrecht. Now Tom Grondland with the ball. Fried. Only 2 seconds on the shot clock. And the Dutch team is stealing the ball. Jesse Koppmann. And also the time runs out, of course, for Israel. Still Koppmann. Banavassi now in the center forward position, and exclusion from Israel. 6 on 5 for the Netherlands now. And one more exclusion. So 6 against 4 situation, even bigger chance for the Dutch to increase the lead. One timer and the wonderful block from Itamar Kolodny. Such a wasted chance. Goose van Iperen was the one who tried to score. Kolodny. Haimovic. And again, no shooting chance for Israel. They had only 7 shots, comparing to the Dutch 12. And from that 7, only 3 went on goal, on target, and 2 went on goal. Van Huys, Kastrop. Van Huys from distance. And this is a great goal, great action shot goal for the Netherlands. The first goal of the second quarter. Chad Van Huys is the goal scorer. 5-1. "27 years old, playing in his second European Championship now. Chad Van Huys wearing the number 2 cap. Klarfeld. Haimovic. Fried. Haimovic again. Haimovic. Great block came from Casterile, who is one of the Euro debutants for the Dutch side, among with Tom de Weerde and Fleming Kastrop. Gielan. Ispeling. On the other side, there is a great block again. Second block for Israel. Janssen. Exclusion from Israel one more time. Janssen. Koppmann. Janssen again. One more block, and then it deflected. First on the block, then on the goalie, and somehow the ball went in. The goal scorer is Lucas Gielan, his second goal. 6-1. There you can see it again on the block, then the goalie tried to save it, but he was just only able to touch the ball. No real chance for Fide. Rendler. Goldschmidt. Back to the captain. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Rendler from distance. And that Huismans is making his third save. Perile. Gielen. Turnover foul made by the center forward, Jon Finkenhorst. Kotter. And again, Huismans. Still only one goal for Israel. Janssen. Gielen. And the turnover fall. Second time in a row. Israelis are changing two players now. Fried. And a chance for Israel. The third exclusion from the Dutch team. Nispeling this time. Goldschmidt. Kolodny just pass and trying to pass to the right wing to Goldschmidt. Wonderful steal made by Pascal Janssen. Kastrop. Gielen. Pass to the center forward, and this time foul on Winkelhorst, so exclusion from Israel. We saw only 2 goals in this quarter when the last minute of this second quarter already started. And again a block. Tamir Fried. Hopman. Perile back to the left wing. And one more block. Tamir Fried 2 times. Good disciplined defensive work from Israel. In the man down situations. Although they led 6 goals for the Dutch team. And here is goal number 2. And here are the Israeli ladies who will play tomorrow for the 5th place in the women's tournament against Hungary. And Tamir Fried is the goal scorer for Israel. Goal number 2 for them. And the 5th goal for Fried. Almost saved by the Dutch goalie, that Huismans. Tamir Fried, who is just 23 years old. Playing in the club called Gush Toulon. Winkelhorst, 1 second on the shot clock. And the last save of the first half from Fide. So we saw only 3 goals in this second quarter, but both quarters won by the Dutch. First 41, the second 21. So altogether, the Netherlands 6, Israel 2. Here is the halftime statistics. You can see pretty bad shot efficiency for Israel, only 18%, 33 for the Netherlands. And if you have a look at the goalies, that Huismans on 66% from 6 shots. He saved 4 times, while Fira only 33. She saved 3 times from 9 shots. The Dutch team are among the 4 nations whose men and women team both have managed to win the European titles at least once in the past. Also Hungary, Italy, Russia or the Soviet Union are the other 3 nations. And here in the women's tournament, yesterday, as maybe you saw in the semi-final, the Dutch team lost against Spain. And actually neither of the Dutch fans and also experts and commentator knew what's happened with them, why they weren't able to score. Nothing worked for them against Spain, and they will play for the 3rd place, so they can still reach the podium in this year. But the Dutch boys can finish only in the 11th place in this European Championships. And no real surprise from them, as the Croatian head coach Ivica Tucak predicted. And the second half is just about to start. And one more time, the Netherlands won the swim off. Terile is trying to make a move to the center forward position. All right, Kastrop now makes the shot and he scores his 1st goal today. 7-2. Fleming Kastrop is the goal scorer. This is only his 1st goal in the tournament. Just like Chad Van Huys, who scored his 1st today against Israel. Now they have only Tom de Weert, who is not on the score sheet in the whole tournament.
Goal Netherlands number 12, Fleming Kastrop.
But the truth is that during the group stage against Germany and Romania. Kastrop was not playing just like against Georgia, so he had fewer chances to score a goal. Wonderful turn, and after that a great save made by Ted Huismans. The Israeli player did such a great job. Orschlein scored the historical first goal at the European Championships for Israel. Gross. Goldschmidt. Fried. Buzayo is fighting in the center forward position with Castro, but the referee said nothing. And then Israel is losing the ball. Terile. This is a good pass to the center forward. And the foul on Guadamassi, which is made by the captain from Israel, Ido Goldschmidt. His first personal foul. Israel on 7 personal fouls so far, the Dutch team on 4. And this time the Netherlands using the man advantage. Chad Van Huys, his second goal. Netherlands 8, Israel 2. No chance for the Israeli goalie.
Goal Netherlands, number 2, Kelly.
Schlein. Pendler. Klarfeld. Gross, back to Klarfeld. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And one more time, Ted Huismans, who is more than 70% save percentage now. Hopman, Van Huys, Kastrop. 5 seconds on the shot clock. And Yahafida saves the long-range shot this time. Hopman. Guadamassi is there in the middle, and the foul on him one more time. This time Yuval Klarfeld must leave for 20 seconds. He's on also 2 personal fouls now. Kastrop, and he scores. Second goal for Kastrop. And the 9th for the Netherlands. It's such an easy game for them.
Goal Netherlands, number 12, Fleming, Castro.
Fried. Haimovic. Schlein. Fried again. Haimovic. 5 seconds for Israel on the shot clock. And the block made by Koopman. The Netherlands have the ball one more time, and again they will be on 6-on-5.
exclusion Israel number 9 for
This time, or Koter must leave for 20 seconds. Kastrop. Oh, easy goal. Winkelhorst from the left wing this time. Second goal also for him. Goal number 10 for the Netherlands. And the Israeli head coach calls a timeout after the half-time. The Dutch team scored 4 goals and no goal for Israel.
כל הזמן 5 נכנס, יוצא נכנס, יוצא נכנס, אין לנו ברירה. צריך לעשות את זה פעמיים מינימום עכשיו בהתקפה. זה ברור חבר'ה? 5 תסתובב. 5 תסתובב. רגע, תישארו על ה2 מטר, אל תעלו יותר מדי. חייבים את זה, תסתכלו לאן השחקן נכנס, אוקיי? יאללה, גל, אתה מתחיל ב5, נכנס ויוצא.
After the timeout, Israel is attacking at no man advantage. Fried. Gross. Shooting chance and he scores. The first goal for Ronen Gross today, the top goal scorer for Israel. Now this is his 14th goal. 3-10. Only the Romanian Fulea, the Hungarian Monherz, and the Montenegrin Averka scored more goals than him until this day. Fulea is far the top scorer with 19 goals. Kopan, there's the answer from the Netherlands. First goal for Kopan. Eleven to 3. Now only 4 Dutch players without a goal today. Right, for Israel, they have only 3 goal scorers. Stein. Fried. Schleine. No goal this time for the top Israeli goal scorer. But they have the ball back after a turnover foul. Stein. No player in the center forward position now. Schlein trying to make a move to that position. Also Render is going there. And counter foul made by Schlein. Kopan. This is a great pass. One more pass, clear chance, and the Dutch team scores. Guus van Iperen. He also has his first goal today. The Netherlands 12, Israel 3. Now only Guadamassi, Terrile and De Verde are among the Dutch field players who are without a goal. Fried. Haimovic. Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt makes the shot and he scores his second goal. Nice goal for Israel. After a brilliant long-range shot from Ido Goldschmidt. Against Slovenia in the group stage, he scored 2 times and he also had 6 blocks. He was one of the best players on that match, the 28 years old from Tel Aviv, where the next European Championship will be. Turnover foul. Israel has the ball again. Fried is pushing forward with it. Grönland. Fried. Oh, on the crossbar. It wasn't the best movement from the goalie. He was just watching it. Nice lob shot pass, but somehow Israeli team were able to have it. Right there. A free throw. Fried. Exclusion from the Netherlands after a long time. Red there. Haimovic. Klarfeld. And then the shot saved by the goalie, and we have the rebound, Israel. Haimovic. Kolodny, and they score. Israel, goal number 5 now, Itamar Kolodny. He didn't play against Romania, the 22 years old student. Oh, Winkenhorst. He's able to score beautiful goals. Now he's on 3. Goal number 14 for the Netherlands. And this is the end of the third quarter. We saw 10 goals in this quarter, which is more than what we saw during the first half, when it was only 8 goals. Now we are on 18. Netherlands 13, Israel 5. This quarter won by the Dutch team 7-4, 7-3. Not sure if anyone can hear me after the music became too loud. Anyway, this game is so far a one-way traffic for the Dutch team. But the Israelis are having, I think, for all the water polos, respect, who are included, as having their first ever European Championship. It's not easy to win a match for the first time on their first appearance, but they were able to do it. They came here to study, to gain experience. But in Israel, they think about the water polo so seriously. They are organizing big tournaments on the underage categories. And next year, probably next year, I mean, they will have the Senior European Championship as well. And Israel will change a goalie. Instead of Yaha Firen, now Maxim Smirnov will be in between the Israeli posts. On the other side, no change. Still Ted Huismans. Firen finished on 28% save efficiency from 18 shots. He saved 5 times. And the last quarter is about to start, and seems like again the Netherlands will win it, and they did it. This time Kasterile. Jansen. So all the sprints won by the Dutch team. Kastrop. Pass towards to Badamassi. It was just too strong. Haimovic. Grönland. Schmidt. Good pass to the center forward, and the lob shot went wide. Now Pascal Jansen. Third European Championship now, the Dutch captain. He has the ball one more time, Jansen. Trying to pass to Badamassi, who was playing in Hungary. He's one of the player from the Dutch team who is playing abroad. Now he's playing in Spandau. Easy steal for the Netherlands. Terile. And an exclusion from Israel, the first during the last quarter. And the big chance. And Bilal Badamassi scores. Now he is on the score sheet today. Dutch team has now only Terile and De Werd who are without a goal among the outfield players. And now this is a 10-goal difference between the two teams. Only
Goal Netherlands, number 6, Bilal Badamassi.
Usman saves, and then a turnover foul. And Israel has the ball back. And Yuval Klarfelds is the first player who are excluded from the game after his third personal foul. First save for Maxim Smirnov. Exclusion from Israel. Sorry, from the Netherlands, of course. Maybe it's still a bit too early. But this was a great save made by the Dutch goalie. Haimovic. Back to Haimovic. And was it in or not? They will check it on the VAR, of course, as the Dutch goalie asked. And it's a good goal. Goal scorer is Haimovic. There you can see it again. It was really in. Israel 6th, Netherlands 14. Jansen. Kastrop. Jansen, back to Kastrop. One more pass to Wadamassi, and exclusion from Israel. This time Tamir Fried, his first personal foul. Jansen, and he scores. Easy goal for the captain. Goal on man up.
Goal Netherlands, number 10, Jansen.
And we are watching the replays. The Dutch team has the ball again after a turnover foul. Jansen. Kastrop. Only 3 seconds on the shot clock. Whoa! Fleming Kastrop. His third goal. A hat-trick for him. Fleming Kastrop from the Netherlands. From 5 shots, he scored 3 times. And now 10 goal difference between the two teams. Vadamassi. Got a free throw. Janssen. The ball deflected on the block, made by Tamir Fried, and then the post saved it. Easy game for them. Ronen Gross now. Gross. Wonderful save by the goalie. Ted Huismans. "24 years old. Can be a good replace of Erko Fagenaar, who is 30. Exclusion from the Netherlands, and the Israeli head coach calling his second timeout.
אתה בשלוש. עידו, בוא לנוח. בוא לנוח. היי, עושים 4. 4. אתה ב-1, אתה ב-6, אוקיי, 2 ב-5, 4, 3 ו-2.
Nine saves so far for Ted Huismans. From 15 shots, he's on 60% save percentage. Now Israel on man up. And we are under the last 2 minutes of the game. Fried. Kolodny. Kolodny. No, it was Tamir Fried who scored the goal at the end. And goal number 7 for Israel. The second goal for Tamir Fried. On man up this time. Deflected on the goalie, then on the crossbar as well, but it went in. Tamir Fried scored 4 goals until this match. Now he added 2 more. Janssen. Kastrop. Janssen again. Under 10 seconds for the Dutch team. Kastrop. Got a big hit from Dorkoter. But only a free throw. One more pass, then the shot, and the Israeli goalie saves it. We have the rebound, the Netherlands. De Verde. Kastrop. De Verde. Janssen. Last minute of the game. De Verde. Not easy to pass the ball to Badamassi. Then the shot from outside again. But Maxim Smirnov saves it. Maybe the last attack for Israel in this European Championships. They are losing the ball, and the Dutch head coach calls a timeout.
Kom maar, go. Kom aan. Goed uitspelen die wedstrijd. Kom maar. Go.
Seemed like that It was a funny timeout from the head coach. Not sure what he said, but maybe he said that one of the players should move to the best place. There is the best place. Here are the best Israeli water polo girls who will play tomorrow against Hungary for the 5th place. And down in the pool, the Israeli men's are playing against the Netherlands for the 11th place. But they will clinch the 12th. And I will not say this is only a 12th place for Israel, because this is just a great, great 12th place for them. Under 10 seconds from the game. And then the shots. And from the best place, the best shot came from Lucas Gielen. And again, a 10-goal difference between the two teams. Goal number 17 for the Netherlands. Third goal for Lucas Gielen from 4 shots. Oshlein has the ball, who scored the first goal for Israel at the European Championships. And this is how the game ended. Netherlands 17, Israel 7. Netherlands clinched the 11th place and Israel finished on the 12th place. Maybe the Dutch team, if you just have a look at the result, the final result of the last European Championship in Budapest, when they finished in the 15th place, now they finished 4 places ahead of that, which is of course a better result. But after the group stage, so many people thought that they can clinch the quarterfinal and they can have even better position. The Dutch fans clapping their players, applauding them, and the same for Israel as well. After having their first ever European Championship, they finished on the 12th place. Here's the full-time statistics of the game. Top scorer from